So I'm relying on you now. I have to assume that you have processed the first part of the song, sentence 1 and 2, and that you've got that down. Now, does it have to be perfect? No, but it needs to be relatively comfortable. You need to just be able to sit down and be able to play that first note and then coming down for fairly smoothly, and you can take your time doing exactly that. How did you process that? By, 1, learning slowly. It's a small dose, and critically, control the events. How would we apply controlling the events to getting this down? Well, we'd say, okay, I'm going to start with finger number 3. Now that I've played that, I'm going to unfold these 4 notes to complete sentence 1. So let me do that. It starts here, and it comes down the 4 fingers. So I actually explained what I was going to do so that I was able to convince myself that I knew exactly what I was going to do before I actually did it. Okay, what's sentence number 2? Well, it starts with my thumb, it comes up the 4 fingers, and then once that's finished, it finishes on finger number 2. Okay, I can tell that I'm able to explain it to myself. My brain has heard it. It's clear what the instruction is. Now I can execute it. Coming up the 4 fingers, and now I'm going to finish on finger number 2. Very important that you explain it to yourself before you execute. Not as you execute. You want to make sure that you are clear what you're going to do before you actually do it. That's controlling the events. And I'm assuming that you've processed this and you're ready to move on to the left hand. Because the left hand for sentence 1 and 2 is actually simpler than the right hand. Let's have a look. My right hand was here. And we can see that I had C on the bottom. My left hand, it's the same position. It's C on the bottom and it's 5 fingers on 5 notes. And if you look, this was middle C. We know by, just for the filming, I've got this little white indicator. And for the most part, it'll be that C that's around the middle of the keyboard, not necessarily exactly the middle. So my right hand is right with middle C on the bottom, and my left hand is the very next C down. So it's not down here or down there. It's here's a C, and coming down to my next group of 2 black notes, and there's a C. Good. Put my pinky finger there, 5 fingers over 5 notes. All I want to do now is concentrate on the left hand. I'm not going to provide you with a diagram. I'm just going to show you, and it'll be very, very clear to you. All we're going to do for sentence number 1, we're just going to play the bottom note with our pinky, finger 5, and then the top note. That's all there is for sentence number 1. It goes bottom and the top. Really straightforward. You can pause the video, do that a few times. When you're clear about that, move on to the next sentence, sentence 2. Let's have a look and see. Sentence 2 just plays 2 notes as well. It's finger 3 and finger 2. It just goes from here to here. Let's do it again. It's finger 3 and then finger 2. Great. You can pause here, process this, controlling the events as you do. How would we do that? Let's just watch one more time. Okay, I'm going to play the left hand for sentence 1. It's the bottom note here and the top note. It's finger 5 and 1. I'm pretty clear about it. Good. We're going from the bottom to the top. We're going from the bottom to the top. I'm satisfied that I've got that now. What about sentence 2? Sentence 2 plays these 2 fingers. It's finger 3 and then finger 2. Good. Let's process it. Finger 3 and finger 2. Finger 3 and finger 2. Very, very simple. Don't worry about bringing hands together at all. In fact, it's really essential that you don't do that until you've got the right hand processed and it's clear for you, and you've got the left hand processed. So pause here, process the left hand, sentence 1 and 2, and we're ready to move on.